I actually don't know if this will auto start. I feel like it will auto start during the cutscene, which is fine. But it's notorious for having one of the worst mics ever made. Yeah. No, I guess I believe it. Yeah. Oh, it actually doesn't auto start here. Okay.
Guess you really miss her.
So this will look a little bit weird because we still have the rig videos deleted. So the first minute of the cutscene is the Nicole rig video, and then the cutscene starts. But because we deleted it, it actually starts the main part of the cutscene over this. Now you might be wondering, why are we? What are we doing? Why are we watching the intro? There's a separate method to getting the intro skip to work in New Game Plus because you have to apply the changes to your save file, not the game itself. And I did not get it to work, so we're just gonna do this. We're only doing, a few runs. It's not. I obviously wouldn't be doing this with any %. Can you imagine?
Why is it all dark? I don't see
mean,
running lights.
Corporal, take us in closer and help.
People who ran on console or ran on PC before intro skip can imagine, actually. Dude, that was like when Fiery was grinding console any %. He would miss Hammond skip and then have to go all the way back to the intro every single time.
You're gonna need to boost the signal.
Yeah, but the mic is really bad. Yeah.
Boost the signal. More.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know how many webcams are designed to have really good mics.
You'd think with 1,000 people on board, someone would
Smash or pass. I mean, he's a handsome dude. I don't know.
What is that?
Dude, I haven't watched this cutscene in a while. I mean, I've seen it a ton of times too. Just not nearly as much as your rig is red, that's for sure.
Take us in. Let's see what needs fixing.
Gravity tethers engaged. Automatic docking.
I've actually watched that cutscene several thousand times, I'm pretty sure.
What the hell? Sir, the auto dock.
So just for the GDQ run, right?
Hit the blast shields. That guidance tether's damaged.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like if I did that, you almost... It might be kind of hard to tell, even, just because of the hat. If I am ever bald, the bald hat memes are gonna be pretty funny, I think. Make it happen.
Is everyone okay?
What? What the hell were you thinking? Were you trying to get us killed?
I just saved our asses, Miss Daniels. If we had aborted at that speed and distance, we'd have smashed right into the side of the Ishimura. Now settle down. Let's get to work. Corporal, report.
I'm not getting any readings from the port booster, and we've lost comms and autopilot. It'll take some time to fix.
All right. Let's get some extra hands from flight deck to help out.
Hold still, Isaac. I'm syncing up everyone's rig with the ship. Okay, we're done. Clean bill of health for everyone.
All right. We've still got a job to do. We're moving out.
Oh, I would definitely keep the beard, I think. Yeah. If that happened, yeah. I think it would be fine, I think. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to start this manually, I think. Okay. Alright. We're gonna try really hard not to soft lock. Oh right, I don't need to grab that. I did this in my PB and I almost died. Okay. I don't know why. I went forward again, but yeah. Yeah, I got some launch that sent me way up in the air in that run. So there are some differences with New Game Plus. It is a little bit faster.
Guess the power's down.
It's not that much faster.
Isaac, get over here and hack the...
It's not that different, but it is a little bit. So as you can see, we actually already have our gun, or all of our guns. So that's cool. We don't really have to go to the store at all. Oh, that's right. I think your movement is different here after intro skip versus this not. Okay, we gotta be a little careful here. God, you move like faster. Oh my, that was That was kind of scary, actually. I almost missed that. Why does he move faster?
Should be a security detail.
So weird.
Yeah? Well, there's not. There's nobody here. I can't pick up any broadcasts.
But that security console is still live. Isaac, log in and see what you can find. Kendra, get that elevator back online.
Power's dead. I can't.
Then reroute the damn power. Look, if we all cooperate, we can figure this out a lot sooner. Let's get that code to this player, Isaac.
Use the locator system to find your next objective.
Why does pulse boosting work the way it does?
Taking a lot of
I'm not 100% sure
Systems offline.
why it all works, but part of it is that the guns are all solid, and if you actually try to like aim into a wall like this, you see how it like pushes you away,
What
right?
the hell was that?
So I think it's something like, it has something to do with that, because it does have to do with aiming into the wall.
What was that?
Because basically you're aiming, you're getting that, but then like basically like on the same frame or a frame after, you're getting this. So there might be something more to it than that, but I think it has something to do with that, because it is definitely related to the gun collision poking into the wall like that. But it's, oh right, you don't need to, right, okay, I need to remember, yeah, we don't need to grab those items. But yeah, it's from doing this at the same time you aim against a wall, but it has to be something weird with that pose as well. Yeah, again, I'm not like 100% sure, but yeah, it definitely has something to do with the fact that the guns are solid.
And place extra items in the safe.
I'm debating not going for the faster boost at the end here. I really don't want to soft lock in chapter 1 if I can avoid it. Also, what's up, Zero, by the way? Yeah, I feel like there's probably a slightly better technical explanation. Like why that specifically, you know, moves you backwards so fast. I don't know, well, it's like, you know, you aim against the wall, it pushes you away, but with that pose, it keeps you in place. So maybe, you know, and the frame, basically like what your frame rate is, you know, the higher the frame rate, the faster backwards you go. So maybe it's like, if you spend a few extra frames like in the wall, it like pushes you back faster. I don't know. Because like, yeah, this does keep you in place when you do it. But I don't know. Yeah, I actually would love to know more about like technically how it works. But yeah. Also, what's up, Getsun? Thank you for the good luck. Gonna head to sleep soon. Yeah, well, sounds good. Yeah, I hope you have nice holidays too. Yeah, this will be the first time I won't be streaming around Christmas, just because I won't be at my computer and stuff. But I will definitely be back to doing runs when I get back. Oh, okay, he's gonna actually grab me. Marvel Rivals streams. I mean, hey, you know, we got some mystery streaming that right now, actually. Yo, what's up, Looney? We're playing a real category today.
Weird dude.
Yo, Spike, thanks for the 20. Yo, how's it going? I appreciate that. Yeah, just in time for the best category in the game. How is this the last stream? So I'm gonna be out of town visiting family for the holidays until New Year. So I actually won't be at my my PC. I would be streaming normally, but yeah, I won't have it with me. So, but I will be yeah, I'll be back to the 90% grind though when I get back. Yeah, 24-hour stream on January 1st. There you go.
Run, Isaac! Get the hell out of there!
That guy didn't even hit me. Yo, Sharkathon when we get back? True. Yeah, he's not gonna stream for the rest of the entire year. What the fuck? I'm just gonna run here, by the way. I'm not trying to mess that up and die here. I'm glad he's gonna block me. Yeah, we got the Semistry stream. We got the maybe Looney stream. Pretty good. Oh, I did not, that's right, I thought about not going for this, but I didn't even, I just did it. Alright, well, we just gotta not miss it, or else we feel really bad. Thank goodness, dude. I did not want to have to watch the intro again. All right. Oh, it didn't split. Okay. Wait, why would... Okay, I can auto split, that's fine. Why would it not be doing that? Okay. Oh, I know why, actually, I think. That actually makes sense. That's why I didn't auto start. Also, I don't need to use this. What am I doing?
You would come. I saved this.
Yeah, because when I loaded up the game name was just Dead Space, but I hadn't ran this since Dead Space Remake came out. So in Live Split, if you put the game as just Dead Space, it thinks you're playing the remake. So you have to actually change the game name. So I changed that, but it must have not. Hold on. It must have not updated the activated. That's the word I'm looking for. It just didn't activate the load remover. ASL. Whatever. Is NG Plus even faster? Yeah. A little bit. Not by much, though. Okay, I need to switch around all of these guns. It's gonna mess me up. There's some minor time saves from not having to use the store at all, and also a little bit of combat, I guess. It's really, like, the main thing is just not having to use the store, which there were only 2 store visits that lost you time anyway. So, yeah. Okay, wait, yeah, let me go ahead and fucking, alright. There we go. Yeah, the kinesis is very, very slow in this game. Yeah, again, there's a reason why this has never been the most popular. I actually do think that beforehand it made a little bit more sense to run it when the game was mostly glitchless, because it does have a bigger impact over the entire game that way. But yeah, it's not that much different, which sucks, because I feel like NG Plus is usually pretty cool for a lot of games as far as speedrun routing goes. And you would think with how broken, you know, the pulse rifle is. Are you seriously gonna? Okay. Again, and I think we had talked about this a little bit before as well, but it's like, you know, imagine you couldn't get the pulse rifle until halfway through the game or something. Or even like, you know, like Dead Space 2, you can't get it until Chapter 3, for example. So then, you know, oh, maybe a New Game Plus, Chapter 1 is crazy because you actually have the pulse rifle now. But you get the pulse rifle immediately, either way. So, yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, you don't have to use the store in Chapter 1 to get the rifle. And you don't have to use the store in 6 to get the contact beam. And that's like the main... Oh, actually, there is another little time save, technically. We have upgraded air, so we don't have to pick up an air can, which is already on the way anyway, while we're waiting for a door to open. And we don't have to use the inventory to use the air can. Insane. Low percent? Wait, that did split. What the... Okay, I'm confused, but okay. We do kind of have a low percent. Well, actually, yeah, we basically do have a low percent category. It's just not called that. Where you only pick up the plasma cutter and you never use the store or the bench at all. We probably should have just called it low percent, honestly. I feel like it doesn't really matter. Anyway, and it is without. It's basically any percent. Oh wait, I grabbed it anyway from muscle memory. Shit. Damn. All right. Well, I gotta remember not to use it, at least. Oh yeah, it is also just a lot easier to manage your resources because you just have a shitload of things, you know. But honestly, for the Dead Space games, I feel like that's not even that good because the inventory management adds something to the new game runs. But yeah. Yeah, like this room, for example, there might be some better strats you could do with the upgraded weapons, maybe. Oh my god. That's crazy. Just dude blew himself up. Nice. What's up, Zanzuki? You gotta go for it. Just gotta keep on the grind. Let's go. You can see the necromorph load in. You can sometimes, yeah. So is he gonna split this time? Okay, I don't. Yeah. It probably just didn't know what to do since we didn't do intro skip in chapter 1, but after that it figured it out, I guess. Oh, one funny thing as well is, even though we're on New Game Plus, you might have seen that I have the default amount of health.
Warning. Hull breach detected.
Isaac.
Nice.
Impact
Okay.
on the bridge, right at your feet. I'm reading heavy damage, but containment looks solid. Life support is stabilized. We've got to get the ADS working.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the reason for that is having upgraded health is actually really slow, since we still need to be able to use line gun mines to die at a few places.
Entering vacuum. Entering zero gravity.
So no military suit with
Detected across the starboard
fully
hull.
upgraded health and all that, you know. Oh, but that that low percent, you know, no store merchantless category or whatever. I did kind of want to run that again because there is a chapter 3 skip for that now, like no pulse boosting, and that's an insane time save. So I'm gonna have to try that again. I feel like we could probably find a way to do chapter 5 as well in that, which would also be really fast.
That's it, Isaac. You're
Although in that, in merchantless, you can still
should punch through anything flying
do a
at
few skips in
us.
5.
Keep an eye on the hull's integrity.
Well, actually, I guess
Give me
it's
a go
just
station
the
nearby, and we're dead.
the one
I think
fight
I've
skip.
almost got the system repaired. Just buy me a little more time.
Yeah, just pulse boost with the plasma cutter, right? Have I practiced those new skips? I haven't learned all the new ghost boosts yet, but I'll be working on that more once I get back from the holidays, I think. That was another reason I wanted to do, you know, because we didn't do runs yesterday. I wanted to do something more chill today, and New Game Plus is pretty chill. It's not very optimized right now, so yeah. But yeah, I don't know if there is a way in Chapter 5 to do the elevator clip still, like maybe like a 2 FPS thing or something, I don't know. But if there's still a way to clip do that, you could do it. Because in Merchantless, you can't, what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, you can't skip the 2 Mercer cutscenes normally. No merchant can do Chapter 6 now? Wait. Wait, how? Do we have a way to do it without, like, cutter only Chapter 6 skip? I mean, that'd be pretty fast. Big if true. I mean, you can escape, I'm pretty sure, right? Because you can... Well, actually, no, because you got a melee fly. And then you'd have to warp speed down. Actually,
Nice shooting, Isaac.
I don't know.
Auto targeting is now online and clearing a path to safe
The
orbit.
left path, aim clip out of
I'll
bounds.
engage the autopilot again. Head to the tram station. I'll meet you there when I'm done.
Oh yeah, you can use low FPS across the top, yeah. Oh, so that, the left side out of bounds, you don't need the pulse rifle to do that jump clip, do you? Because if not, you could get out there, you could do the whole left side thing where you get in. And then when you do the melee fly, you don't need... Do you need to warp speed down to clip out? I actually don't remember. I mean, like, if that all actually worked, that'd be sick. Can we make an official petition to just change the name of the category to, like, low percent? Because I was thinking about it, and, like, I mean, merchantless kind of makes sense, too. I feel like that's more of, like, I've seen that in, you know, RE games and stuff, but I was thinking about it. I mean, it basically is low percent, right? Because you only get the cutter. You don't even use the store or the bench at all, so no upgrades, no suits. You don't even buy any, like, consumable items. No other weapons. It's literally just you start the game, you get the plasma cutter, and that's... Well, I mean, yeah. You mean Bare Bones isn't a good name? It's okay. It's just not as I feel like there's other more well-defined speedrun terms that would fit better. Do you have the air capacity? Yes, I do. Yeah, so that is a tiny time save over new game. Is you don't need to use an air can there because you just have enough air. Very cool. All right, this will be an insane time save because obviously this run didn't do chapter 5 skip.
You can't stand in the way of God's plan.
Did that work? Let's find out. I think that might have worked. But yeah, I don't know. It never crossed my mind. I always thought, like, you know, maybe like merchantless would be a good name, but it basically, I mean, it is just low percent. No, dude, I actually missed it. Okay, I should have done it again. That's crazy. Yeah, I kind of figured that wasn't gonna work. Okay, yeah.
You can't stand in the way of God's plan.
There we go.
The natural order. Are you blind like the rest?
I paused way too late that first time, and I wasn't sure.
Reprogram the door lock.
Okay. Change my my SRC location. True. Yo, that boost was kind of sick. All right. But yeah, for merchantless, low percent, whatever. If you could get out of bounds here still, you could do it. Well, so if we did call it low percent, is there anything else? I don't think you grab anything except the cutter, kinesis, and stasis. Because you can't skip stasis and kinesis. Even if you wanted to, the game just gives them to you. I mean, you could say like, oh, maybe you have to skip picking up kinesis, because you can. Actually, you can skip actually physically grabbing stasis and kinesis now. But the game does just give them to you if you do that. So I would still count that as having them. But yeah, I mean, you literally just beat the game with those two abilities in the cutter. I don't think you could get it any lower than that. I mean, then again, you might as well also just call it like cutter, like plasma cutter only, because that's also what it is. Well, except cutter only would imply you could also upgrade stuff, I guess. I feel like low percent still fixes that, though. But yeah, in typical low percent fashion, it is around an hour slower. But not anymore, though, actually, because that chapter 3 skip saves a ton of time. I don't even know how much exactly, but it's gotta be like 6 minutes or more, I think. Maybe. It's something crazy. What is our ammo looking like? Yeah, we got plenty. Yeah. Still grab that anyway. If I modify this save file at some point, I might actually get rid of some of. I didn't mean to. That's fine. Yeah. I'll keep these. I would probably like to have more small medkits.
The poison factories. We need to take them out where we can still breathe.
Alright, massive time save here. We don't need to go buy the contact beam here.
That's the door to food storage.
Insane.
I suppose I should be beaten.
When's fun % coming back? I'm trying to remember what the rule set for that was. I know we did add that to category extensions, yeah. Wasn't it like you get to the Dana cutscene and you just load a save file or something? Okay, we're live.
Unknown antigen injected into the filtration system.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, well, so because there was a thing that Crazy did once that he called fun %, and I think he literally used like saves and other things to just like. I think it might have even been like get to Dana cutscene, you just load chapter 7 or something. But yeah, that sounds right though. I think the one we actually added, it just bans. Yeah, it bans like Leap of Faith, Punch Hovers, Transport Hub Skip, I think. Yeah, it's just any % with like some very specific strats banned. It does ban a lot of the newer stuff, yeah. Yeah, it's funny. If you ask Radish like what his least favorite piece of tech in Dead Space 2 is, I guarantee you he says punch hovers. He hates punch hovers so much. And like I kind of get it. I would still rather them be in the game than not be in the game, personally. But I do kind of get why you wouldn't like them. They're not the most fun thing to do ever. They are fast though. The exception is, for those of you that have seen Hardcore any %, there's one in Chapter 7 in the Solar Array, which is the best one in the game, because you can actually see where you're going. Like, the level's not deloaded. So there's no precise setup required. You know, there's no, okay, line up with this thing on the skybox and, you know, count to 57 or 113 or, you know, because you can just see where you're going, and then you just drop down. It's nice and easy. But pretty much all of the other ones that are actually used in runs, yeah, the level's either just completely deloaded or the skybox is deloaded and you just gotta use something else to line it up and count. So. Yeah, I still can't believe Giga Drill got figured out, because that is crazy. I mean, drill skip in general is just ridiculous. Like, there's so many little things that if we're a little bit different, it just would not work at all, and the run would be like 10 minutes slower or something like that. Maybe not that much. Well, yeah, maybe, actually. If you had to play all of the drill and then start at the very beginning of Chapter 13, it'd be something like that. Maybe more like 7 or 8, but yeah. So how does drill skip even work? So the basic idea is that the game loads chapters. There's like different map files basically, right? So chapters 11 and 12. So 11 is the mines, and then 12 is the actual drill ride. That's one map. So like even though the game calls them different chapters, it's basically one level. And then the next level is government sector. And both levels overlap a little bit in like the XYZ, you know, space or like coordinate plane or whatever. But only one's loaded at a time, right? So when you get to the end of, when the drill gets to the end of the auto scroller, it loads chapter 13 in the government sector, right? So if you can get off the drill but let it keep going and get over to where the new level is loading in, like when it loads in, then you can just reload a checkpoint there. So that's the basic idea. And so for most of them, you would land down in a 0G area back in the mines, and then position yourself so you would be, you know, where government sector was gonna load in, and then you would just like time it so you would fall into a checkpoint that's now loaded in. Giga Drill's a bit different because you actually get a punch hover, and that lets you go way beyond where the 0G box is. And that's why you're able to basically skip all of chapter 13. Because the original drill skip put you pretty much at the start of the level still, but you skipped all the cutscenes and stuff like that at the end of the drill. So it's still really fast. But now and that's why there's like 4 different versions of drill skip, because we just kept finding ways to hit further and further checkpoints into the level, where we basically are at like the very end now. There's more to like all the specifics of like how you get it to work, but that's the, oh damn, that was nice. That's the basic idea, though. Like that's the big picture. But that's why we actually have to get on the drill first. Because usually in the game, things will load in after cutscenes, or Isaac has to physically run into triggers or open doors and things to cause things to load, right? Like chapter 1 is one level, and then chapters 2 and 3 is another level, and the transition happens by just hitting a load trigger. Like you can load chapters 2 and 3, 1 unloads, and then if you go back, the opposite happens, and you can like run back and forth, and it'll switch between those two map files. Usually it's not that easy though, and a lot of the times you can't backtrack at all. But in that case, the drill itself is actually what loads in the level. So that's why we get on top of the drill, and then we immediately clip off to go do our own thing. And after like 3 minutes or so, the drill gets to the end of its path, and then the level load changes. So if you actually just sit there and don't do anything, you will fall anyway, because the 0G area just deloads, and then, you know, oh my god, my angle is bad, I missed it. It's like void clips in Half-Life 2. I don't remember what void clips are, but you do have to, oh my god, I thought it was dead. You do have to do some movement in the void where you can't see. But we have setups for it. Honestly, the second fastest version of drill skip, Super Drill, in my opinion, is actually pretty easy. I don't even think it's that hard at all. The only reason Giga Drill is super difficult is because you have to line up a punch hover out of the side of a 0G area without being able to see where you are, and you have to get it first try. And if you miss the hover, you're just dead. And getting a punch hover first try by itself is not like insanely hard, but it's also not really easy. And again, you only get 1 try at it. And it's also harder to do them at the side of a 0G area versus the top, which is just, you know, that's fun. So, but yeah, so that's the whole reason we get on the drill first, because that starts the auto scroller, and then we clip off and then get down to that 0G area. But there's other steps to it, like you actually become invincible, and you have to get the invincibility glitch for it to work, because to fall all the way back down to that 0G area, the fall timer in the game would normally kill you. So the invincibility circumvents that. But to get the invincibility, you also have to do another trick before that. So it's, yeah, there's a lot to it. That's why I was saying, like, if there's like so many like little things, if they were like just a little bit different, it just would not work at all. And that's the only place in the game we know how to become invincible. Like, there might be other places you can get invincibility glitch. We've never found any. So it's kind of crazy that it's like the one part of the game you actually really need it. So, I don't know. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and then I feel like this is almost the drill skip of this game, with just how complicated it is. Nice. Bro, I've seen clips of some of those games where like you can tell people are really invested in it. Yeah. I feel like I could literally make like an hour-long video on drill skip. Did I get that? I think I did. I could have sworn I heard the item pickup sound, but I'm not 100% sure. Can I like look back and... Okay, I don't see it there. All right, I think we're good. Yeah. It was just a little bit close. I was joking with my brother once. I was like, I could probably write like a PhD thesis on Dead Space 2 speedruns. Yeah, so that's the funny thing is, and that's a good video as well. If anybody wants to know more about drill skip, I think that's a good video. It is pretty out of date now though, because not only is there a new version of drill skip, there's actually 2 new versions of drill skip since that was made. So it gets like, yeah, it gets like even more complicated. So yeah, maybe I'll do that someday. Oh. Okay. If you saw him holding the gun there, kind of weird, like the contact beam. It's kind of a niche piece of tech there, but if you're aiming and then you press switch weapon, you'll actually get the properties of aiming that weapon. So for example, there's 1- and 2-handed weapons, like light and heavy weapons, I guess, if you want to think about it that way. So all of these are heavier weapons where the cutter is just the one-handed one, right? So you move a lot faster while holding a one-handed weapon, right? But if you're holding a 2-handed weapon, you switch. Oh, you might have to be holding something with kinesis, actually. Yeah, so now I'm holding the cutter like the contact beam, and now like the line gun, now like the pulse rifle. So you can actually do that to, like I was holding the contact beam like the cutter to move a little faster, and I might have lost some time there because I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, cool. That works in Dead Space 2 and 3 as well. At least I think it still works in 3. It's a little bit less useful in this game just because the weapon swap actually stops you in place. But I think it's still a little bit faster. Yeah, no, Waifu used to run Dead Space a lot, yeah. He actually had the Dead Space 2 any % record when I started playing. The split backgrounds? Oh, it's splits. Oh, nice. I don't know if that was high enough. Xbox 360 for the meme. I mean, I did do some runs on 2 just to see like how fast console could go. Like I wasn't, I wouldn't say I was shit posting or anything, you know, but like I did want to see like how fast it could be. Although if I did more console runs, it would be better to do it on a faster platform. I would love to know how fast Series X could go. Because I actually think it could be sub 130 at least. But I do not have one, and I don't think I'm going to buy one just to speedrun Dead Space 2, unfortunately. So the cat one? Alright, you got it. Just remind me after this run, I might forget. Dude, really? Okay. Alright, once we got the checkpoint there. Do this a little bit longer. There we go. Oh, that's actually a little bit too much, I think. Yeah. Yeah, not spending $600 to run Dead Space 2 on Xbox. Or... There we go. Yes, that's a weird thing. I think this was a known thing, but I don't think that specific application was known until the most recent any % record, but that looks better. Yeah, you can use really low FPS. Actually, I don't know if that worked either. You can use low FPS to kind of cut some of your pulse boosts short. Damn, dude. That's rough. Let's just see if we get it normally. It makes this a little bit more consistent. Because that can happen, yeah. Which makes it easy, so. Just run the game at slightly higher FPS. That actually does save a lot of time in Dead Space 2. Like, the switch from 30 to 60 actually makes a huge deal. Because, I'm not gonna lie, drill skip is possible at 30 FPS. I mean, technically, Giga Drill is possible on Xbox. That should work. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Bro's gonna lose time on New Game Plus. True. Yeah, well, so like for example, the any % record on consoles on 360. I actually do have an Xbox One run, but I later went back and got a better run on 360 anyway. I was borrowing somebody's Xbox One at the time. I didn't just go back as like a joke, or like that's just like the console I had to run on. But yeah, so I mean, every door in the game would open faster, which is already a pretty big time save. Faster loads as well. But yeah, the 30 to 60 FPS boost is good. You can technically do plant boosts at 60, although it's not as consistent. I would need to confirm you could actually get it on controller as well. I feel like you probably could. But yeah, I mean, that would potentially save a couple minutes. And then, yeah, drill skip is possible at 30, but specifically doing punch up the shaft, you would have to punch to a much higher part of the shaft and then drop down from there, which would take a decent amount longer. Because the wall boost that you do during punch up the shaft, it does not work at 30. Like you don't get any height. But at 60, it does work. So. Nah, 360 is slower. Yeah, basically the newer the Xbox you have, the faster it's going to be, just because of loads, and especially with the Series X, you get that 60 FPS boost, which it would make a few more tricks possible. There's some like real cursed shit you could do. Like legitimately, I think running on console would be way harder, ideally. Because in Chapter 6, you can technically 0G clip out of that room at 30, I'm pretty sure. And you can do punch hovers at 30 FPS. In fact, having lower FPS there is actually ideal. It makes it a little bit easier to get one. Like, you can still get it at 60. It would just probably be kind of ass, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if there's a way on Series X to, like, switch it relatively quickly, but I feel like that would... If you could switch from 60 to 30, that would be pretty nice. Because otherwise, that actually would kind of cause some problems. if you, like, I think it would still be faster to run 60 the entire time if you couldn't swap it. But yeah, there's a few places that would kind of suck if you couldn't do that. The extra frame rate saves like 10 seconds. Right, yeah, it's not a huge deal. Yeah, no, for any percent, it would save a shitload of time. Like minutes, easily. I mean, it makes a difference in Severed, and that's a 20-minute category versus like an hour 30, hour 40 plus. Dude, sick boost. It'll be only possible on console. I mean, you never know. Imagine there's some stupid thing you can do in Severed that, you know, wrong warps you or something. I'd probably not, but yeah. Oh, also, actually, speaking of Severed, if you can still play Severed on Series X, that would be interesting to glitch hunt and see if anything's possible on 60. I tried forcing it to 60 in with an emulator, but I don't know if it really did it super accurately. So I didn't find anything doing that, but I couldn't tell if it was really working.
You're going to have to throw those into space before you can get into the ship.
Okay, if there was actually a wrong warp and it got found, I actually would think about it a little bit more. There would still be some hesitation though. I don't know. Because I'm not gonna lie, if there is a wrong warp and you can't do it on PC, it's gonna be like, you know. That is still something I want to glitch hunt more, but I definitely am a bit out of my element when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I've spent a little bit of time, you know, learning a little bit about programming, some very basic things about computer, you know, memory, but I feel like I don't currently have the... Dude, what the fuck? Okay. I don't feel like I have the technical expertise to try to glitch hunt that and like know what I'm doing. Okay, where am I? I'm dead. Okay. I don't know what happened, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, dude. Yeah, just fucking... Okay. There we go. I feel like there's somebody who submitted on Series X before for Dead Space 2. I think it might have still been glitchless, but
I just lost all of Hammond's vitals. Is he dead?
I don't know any more active runners that have a Series X yet. What the fuck was that? If you try to 0G jump somewhere and he can't land, he just gets stuck like that and then it kills him. It happens a lot when you're trying to like jump back inbounds through a wall or something. I might have been up against an invisible wall. Maybe that's why it happened. There we go. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't land in the right spot when I jumped. Like this is more what you would want. I don't know where I was. But yeah, so he just freezes, and then it's a soft lock prevention measure. The game correctly realizes that you were stuck, and then it kills you so that it just reloads you. There we go. Yeah, it can happen on that jump there because you're actually clipping through a wall. I know you can't really see anything here, but because the level's deloaded, but yeah. No financially stable Dead Space speedrunners? Maybe. But like I said, I mean, you know, we know that if you could find a way to modify the value in the address for current checkpoint, that's GG. That's I mean, and the crazy thing is you don't need to change it to a specific checkpoint. If you could just modify the value at all, it works. If the value becomes something that is not one of the checkpoints in the recognized list in your reload, it just puts you in the last level. Straight up. Like if you could just feed some kind of garbage information, like random information into there, it would work. Now, but the whole thing is like, how do you do that? Like I have no idea how to, you know, begin to look at that. We don't have the source code for the game either, so that makes it even harder. I mean, I know how to pull up Cheat Engine and look for stuff with that, but
Entering zero gravity.
I don't know. I would love to learn more about that stuff. I'm not really sure how to begin, though. I don't know, but the reason I still have hope for it is mostly just because, like I said, it's not like you're trying to somehow edit the value and make it be one of the exact values for the later checkpoints in the game. You just need to find a way to edit it even at all. That might work. Nice. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, you know, with... I don't think I feel like it'd be pretty unlikely you get it to be something that specific, like an Ocarina of Time, where it's like, okay, you know, do all this shit so that it eventually, you know, writes this precise value into this address or whatever. I don't know. I might be able to get out of this. Oh, okay, nice. All right. It's just the sort of thing that I feel like not a lot of people, if anyone, has really looked into with the game. I know Arsis has a decent amount looking into, you know, memory addresses, and he's made a few useful cheat engine tables, like finding the 0G flag to use like toggleable 0G, you know, stuff like that, right? But I feel like most of us that have glitched onto the game haven't really looked into stuff like that before.
Wait there for me. I'm on my way. Test firing shuttle engines.
Or, you know, or like me and don't really know where to look exactly. Ow. We could figure it out. We got a few Dead Space runners who are programmers, so I'm sure we can make something work. Oh, is he still alive? Is he like invincible? Yeah, I'll just steal the source code. Oh, nice. Oh, hello there. Man, what the fuck? But yeah, I feel like on the surface it sounds easy, but then it's like, I mean, how do you just, you know, again, arbitrarily edit that specific memory address? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, just the fact that it can literally, like, you actually want it to be just any random value, in my mind almost makes it a bit more possible, but maybe that's naive, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you know, there doesn't have to be a lot of depth to how you're editing it. You just have to be able to edit it at all. Oops. Which could still be very unlikely. I don't know.
I don't know if Kind is crazy or not, but we need that shuttle. Let's keep him on our side.
But as with current knowledge, if you could do the wrong warp just whenever, for example, the fastest you could beat the game is about 14 minutes, I'm pretty sure. I think that is basically the theoretical limit. I mean, maybe 13 if, like, we found some better shit in, you know, the last level, but it was something like that, because I did some runs before. I think Meta did as well, but just using cheat engine to force the wrong warp, like at will, basically. And yeah, the run was like 14 minutes, I think. Because you do need a gun. You do also need... You don't need kinesis. I think the game gives it to you. I think the game gives it to you, even if you don't pick it up. I forget. Make KTT doable. Oh my god, I forgot auto mod still block that. That's crazy. Yeah, thank you, Automod. Very cool. Well, actually, so you would do that. I think that was the route. Kind of. Well, actually, no, you wouldn't even get to the tripod, but you would do the KTT skip to get to the store. Because for some reason, reloading the checkpoint at the store just gives you the plasma cutter if you don't have it already. So that gives you the gun. And then from there, you can wrong warp. Because the weird thing is, in New Game Plus is different, I think. But for New Game, your checkpoint actually starts off as nothing. And if it's nothing, if it's all zeros, then it actually won't work. So you and for I forget why, but for some reason in New Game you have to save the game, and then I think quit the menu and reload the save at least once for it to then actually work. So I think that was the route, is you would, you know, do Edgar, get cut out of the straitjacket, then, you know, do the flashlight dupe stuff to get out of bounds and go straight to the store. That gives you the cutter, and then
Make us whole again.
a save station as well. So then you can just, use cheats to do the wrong warp. That puts you in chapter 14, and then you're in the last level with just the cutter. And again, I think kinesis, I think it gives you stasis as well when you do that. And then you just have to play 14. There's a punch hover you can do, which I actually don't. Oh, we do that, yeah, because we don't go to the store, yeah. Yeah, so I think then you just, you play 14, you punch hover to the final boss, and then you just do the boss, and yeah. So yeah, unless there was some other major piece of tech found, and that wrong warp got found, and you could do it anywhere near a save station, the 90% record would be like 14 minutes, or something like that. I don't really see it going that much faster. But obviously that's, you know, assuming a lot of things happen. You'd ban the word on auto mod? I mean, maybe. This, I don't know. This was, I feel like this was spammed like, not even like a lot in one setting. It was just like over like a year or two. It was just like at least once a day, and I was just like, I don't know. I did get tired of it. No, I should unblock it though. It's fine now. It's mostly just like when it was actually getting like spammed. Yeah, yes, I think if you posted the same meme every day for 2 years straight, I might just block the term. Yes.
The way it always should have been. I knew you'd come back for me. Nothing can stop us now.
Yo, thank you for the good luck. Yo, what's up, Chicken Conroy? How's it going? Nice gold. How did I save 3 minutes? Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter, I guess.
Get the marker off the shuttle.
Oops. Doing good. Nice, nice. This is almost gonna be faster than my any percent PP. What is this sorcery? The pulse rifle is really, really broken in this game, is the short answer. Yeah, those are called pulse boosts. So if you use the alt fire of the gun at the same exact time you aim, like this, it just launches you backwards really fast. And if you like hit that slope, that ramp, for example, it converts that horizontal speed to vertical as well, so you can like jump way high up in the air and all kinds of crazy shit. It's really, really, really useful. You're gonna have me ban the phrase chicken burrito? Is that what we're trying to do here? But yeah, so that's pulse boosting. It depends on your frame rate as well. So the higher the frame rate, the faster and higher you go as well. We play at 200 for the most part, but yeah, it saves a crazy amount of time in a game where you can't jump, of course. It also just saves a lot of time on movement as well. No grab? There it is. I was gonna say. Oh, we've moved on. Okay, I see. Well, I hope the chicken burrito is good. Yeah, I didn't mean to leave that one there. It's harder to hit. But yeah, in this particular case, one of the doors that I went over there and opened is actually what loads in the boss fight. Oh, nice. Let's go. Easy 2-cycle. Ow. But yeah, so that one of those doors over there loads in the final boss, which is what you have to actually do to end the game. So, yeah. Watch on YouTube for a long time. Oh, nice. Oh, I'm glad you can make it over to the live stream. Enjoying watching the Callisto runs. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I got my Steam replay stats, and it was in my Callisto was in my top 5 most played games of the year, I think. And it was mostly like that month or two that I was grinding it, but yeah. Also, GG 107. Definitely not amazing, but that is a New Game Plus world record by 13.5 minutes. So nice. But yeah, no, I'm glad you enjoyed the Callisto runs as well. That speedrun is really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff in the game. Are there new tricks in Dead Space 2? Not really. Not recently, anyway. There are some that are known that I don't do in my run, but it's because they're either just insanely precise or we just don't have a way to get them consistent. But yeah. What was the most played game? I think it was Dead Space 2, actually, still. Or it might have been Evil Within. It might have been Evil Within, actually. Dead Space 2 was on there as well. Oh, Still Licks the Deep, I think was also in my top 5. Oh, and Outlast 2. I think those were the 5, yeah. Basically all of the speed games that I grinded for at least like 2 months basically this year each. So it checks out. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you for the GGs. Man, sleepy. Yeah, no, I personally like Callisto. I mean, it's definitely not my favorite horror game of all time. Like, I think it's definitely got some flaws, but I think it's fun. I still like it, and the speedrun's very cool as well. So, you think they messed up the remake? I wouldn't go that far. I mean, and again, you know, obviously that's you know your opinion. I think the remake's awesome. I think generally they improved most stuff in the game. But I also don't think that a remake existing like takes away from the original as well. Like this game is very different, which is both good and bad. But you know, there's definitely reasons to come back and play this, of course. I think it's still a good game, obviously. Yeah. Most people think otherwise. I don't need to tell you. Yeah, a lot of people don't like Callisto, right? No, I think it's still fun. Have you played Redacted? Their newer game. It's really fun, actually. I'm excited to see what else they make next. But yeah, GG will probably do another one, but yeah.